So here we are. This is part 3 of the camper rebuild. So it's been about 2 weeks since I was up here last, and I just opened the windows. I didn't leave them open, and it's aired out considerably in here. Yeah, if we were to look at this wall, we've had considerable amount of rain over the last 2 weeks. That's why I haven't been up here. It's not completely dry. It's still a little damp and rotted, but it definitely, there's no standing water in the trailer, so that's a good thing. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take out the ceiling. I'm going to take out the kitchen here, finish up that wall there. That shouldn't take long at all. We're not saving any of that. And then I'm going to take out the ceiling today. I'm not sure if I'll get to the floor. We'll see. I kind of want to wait on that until I have the plywood, so that when I take up the floor I can kind of put it back down. But we'll play that one by ear. But the goal today is to take out the ceiling and see what we're dealing with. So for the stove, there's a pipe that comes up from the floor. There's a propane connection. It looks like there's 2 of them. Not quite sure what the second one's for, but at least for the stove right here, got a connection that comes out of the floor and then into the stove. So I'll take that out, and then I'll have to figure out what this thing is here. Well, as you can see, that didn't take very long. 15-20 minutes tops, taking that all out. So the back half here looks pretty dry. I don't have the wall out yet, but pretty crusted with field mouse residue. So it's a good thing we did take this out when I possibly mentioned about leaving it, but yeah, it's a good thing it's coming out so we can make sure we clean that up. But let me get to these top cabinets, take down that vent and that light, and then I can take out those cabinets. Well, here it is. We got this side done, got it cleaned up, and I knew that this wouldn't take long at all, taking these cabinets out. The wall's pretty solid, just like on the other side. No water damage along that edge, so we're pretty good. Even the window looks pretty good. Have to clean up or down here underneath the stove, but other than that, that whole section over there was pretty good. It needed to come out. The bottom of the cabinets were pretty nasty, so yeah, it's a good thing we took them out. So we're done with all the walls, as you can see. The walls are all done. So what I'm going to do now is I'll start taking some of the trim down around the ceiling so that I can rip out the ceiling. I'm going to have to take the air conditioner down and one light, and that's the only thing I got left. And then one plug, but the ceiling should come down pretty easy, so we'll get to that next, and I'll bring you back and show you an update. Okay, yeah, I'm just realizing there's no way I can do this without a mask. So I don't have a mask here, so I'm gonna have to run into town, get a mask, and rip this ceiling out. As you can tell, it comes down very easy. It's just rotten. The insulation is all, you can tell it was wet at one time. But yeah, I can't tear this down without a mask. So let me get a mask and get back with you. Yeah, this back corner is just infested with those ants. This wood is really wet. So yeah, that ceiling needed to come down. And again, this is that back corner where it was wet. And yeah. So, but it's coming down really easy and taking me a little time. It's hot. And wearing the mask, it definitely makes it hard to breathe. It was already hard to breathe to begin with, just from the smell, but now with the mask, it makes it even hotter. But it's needed. This is pretty rank. But so yeah, got half the ceiling torn down. Comes down really quickly, which is what I was expecting. So not a big deal. Keep marching on. Okay, well, I've got more than 3/4 of the ceiling down, and it's looking pretty wet. So I just took this section down up here where it was the most wet out of everywhere, and this piece just fell right off the ceiling. And as you can see here, you know, it's still wet. So this end of the trailer definitely needs at the roof section needs major repairs. And as you can tell by the ants have taken over the ceilings, and the mice have taken over the this corner back here. This is rotten. It's not, there's nothing there. It's going to come right down. So again, the corners where it was leaking through the roof, this is probably where. So I've got to get up there and repair the roof. I'm going to take the air conditioner out. I think the next time I'm up here, it's bolted in, and I don't have I brought up a socket set, but not the deep well, and I can't take that out. And I want to wait until I bring up something to seal that hole with as well. So I'll leave the air conditioner in for now, but eventually that'll be coming out. So the only thing I've got left to do is finish taking out this section right here, and it's wet. Let me put my mask back on before I take this off. But it's wet, but coming out very easily. Okay, we got the ceiling down, and obviously this is where the refrigerator was, and where it was really wet. You can see where it leaked up here around this vent. This corner was saturated, and it looks like it's leaking down in this corner. This one's a little wet, not as bad, but still pretty wet. As you can see, it's pretty rotten.